welcome to this video from zonalaudio.com. More techno production today. We're going to be looking at using MDD Snake and clap samples to really inject interest into a loop, and we'll also look at some group processing and just other mentions about drums and drums with regarding to techno production. I hope you enjoy the video. If you find it useful, informative or educational in any way, please do give us a like and subscribe. So I will play a little bit of this track. The vast majority of the samples that you can hear are part of our Hard Groove Heaven bundle, which you can get now on zonalaudio.com. And yeah, just to mention, I've got a few kind of random effects. You actually joined me on a very rainy day here in Manchester, and this sample, I literally stuck my microphone outside to record some extremely heavy rain. And then obviously sidechain and bypass, but I'll play the whole thing. But yeah, just a side note to say, any kind of real world sounds can really bring your track to life, which we're going to do more so here. Okay, so that just leads into a drone, again, part of the Hard Groove bundle, also just part of Celestial drones. Yeah, so we're going to mainly fill up this section here, create a bit of interest, and also leading into here and try and reuse some of the parts later on in the track as well. I've set up 2 MIDI channels and 1 audio channel. Turn this off for now. And then we have MDD Snake. And then what I'm going to do is basically load a drum rack with a load of claps on it. Now we have 909 on heat. Again, this is part of the Hard Groove Heaven bundle. Various X on heat, so the snares, kicks, and we don't have claps. So I'm going to actually make that quickly and then re-include that in the pack because it's really, really handy to do, but also worth, if you're going to do this kind of process, worth seeing how you actually build it up. So one shots, claps. All sorts of various claps here. I should say all sorts of 909 claps. Not that huge amount of variety timbrally. So we want to drop one of them on, right click, group to drum rack. And then select the rest, and drop them on, adds here. Cool, so now we have MDD Snake to trigger all of these, but if we just keep hitting random on the notes, it's going to go all the way up and down the scale, and you can see it gets it sometimes. So it's just kind of a little bit of trial and error, but if you think about where the start of the notes end and where they finish up here, we're going to be looking somewhere in this area. Okay, so a bit tighter. Okay, a little bug of MDD Snake there, it wasn't already on notes, so I've just clicked off and on to notes, and now this will apply. Yeah, what we did before hasn't applied anywhere else. Okay, so it's getting closer now. So having some slots outside isn't going to be a huge issue. But there we've got it pretty much all bang on. And yeah, we'll use the gates as well. And another great feature here is that we have access to the swing. We'll make that not quite go to the lowest. Let's listen to this with our kick and bass. So only just scratching the surface of the sequencer there, but already we're getting some interesting results. So we might as well set up the other channels. So here's our clap, here's our MIDI rec, and here's our clap rec. So the clap is going to be set to in, and audio from, keep it muted for now, but record enable. And then here, we just want to make sure there's no devices on the channel. And then we can bring the MIDI in from clap. Okay, you can see that coming in now. Okay, so now I'm going to record a load of that, both into MIDI and audio. Okay, lots and lots of claps there already. One thing that I didn't kind of finish off when building this drum rack is doing the laborious process, hitting these and going to Q classic. And the reason I'm doing that is so I get control over the sustain, and I'll do a few more patterns with all on low sustain. So I'm going to bring the sustain down on any, right click, copy value to siblings. Okay, we need to do the same with the release, and I'm actually going to put in another layer here, another layer of random inception. Let's go LFO. So I have mapped that to release, and now I'm going to right click and map all to siblings. Now all the releases are here. So let's actually have a little bit of sustain. And then let's put that there and set it to random. And let's actually do that in divisions of half bar. Actually, no, I want it smooth. bits to work with there. So I captured both the MIDI and the audio just because it's like handy to be able to go back to that and maybe do some editing. But for now, I'm more than happy just to like include the audio. So what I'm going to do is I kind of liked how that was working in the breakdown with the variation there. It's stopping when it comes in. And then from these bits, I'm just going to grab little sections. I'm kind of just mapping it out in my head at the moment, and then we'll adjust as we go. Maybe have that start when those 16ths end. Okay, have a listen to what that sounds like. Okay, that little bit is where it's high swing and it didn't sound great. Maybe utilize 2 bits to make it more of a fill. Nice. Okay, so now let's grab some of those bits that were shorter sustain. Okay, let's see how the breakdown sounds. I think a little bit of short reverb on this as well would work. Okay, and then I'm going to utilize our clap rack and grab a bit of the MIDI and create something interesting for the drop, which is essentially going to pin around a downbeat. So if I let's go 16ths, remove all of them on the downbeat apart from these, and then all the rest are either going to go or become much quieter. We've still got mod snake taking over that, so I couldn't hear that. Turn mod snake off. Go back to what we did before, make them lower velocity. So that'll hold, and then let's use a different pattern from somewhere else. Just kind of about feeling it out here. Grab some relatively random bits and see what they sound like. Okay, then I'm going to reuse some of that, and that will do for the claps, I think. And we do need a bit more interest in this drop. So what I'm thinking on my feet here, let's reuse this drone. So I've actually, don't want to play the whole drone necessarily because it's so long, but it's quite a nice tone, and there is points at which it becomes dissonant. And then also I've used the shifter with one semitone down to add more dissonance. Yeah, so I'm going to duplicate that. Basically grab a small section out of it and drop it into a sampler with more effects. So that bit reduction works for the part, but for this recording, I want to keep it a bit cleaner. So I'm just going to get, yeah, a small section, and I'm going to beast it with some distortion and reverb. We've done similar things in previous videos. Let's go keep it Ableton native with reverb and raw. That will do me bounce in place. Now we have a nice little chord hit, quite long actually. We'd maybe start it here, a little bit of attack. Let's find a nice place and rhythm for this. Might not need much more than that. Randomly gone on F sharp. Let's see how it sounds next to the sample. Chord work as it is. It's not like we need to be like too particular and sticking to the scale here. Okay, nice. Track has come together. So I'll keep this playing through whilst also explaining something about the root processing of the drums. Okay, so we'll have a bit of a playthrough. And I'm also, like I mentioned, going to have a look at the drums. So this is like the backbone track. Lots of processing going on here. And it's a really important aspect of house music production to be able to group sounds together and put them in a certain place and process them together to get that maximum warmth, grit and loudness. So what I did previously was map all of the elements that are doing the group enhancement, if you like, on this whole backbone track. So we have low end and drums. We'll wait till those come in so you can hear a bit more. Yeah, little vocal in there as well. So all that is in one group, which has, I'm not going to go into the processing for each individual item, but we have some analog EQ, some saturation. This is just a high pass filter. That saturation adds gain, so I'm compensating and bringing that down here. Then we have drum bus. I think that's just got a sound toys decapitator doing a tiny amount. Raw, again, not doing a great deal, but that time on multi-band, 45% wet, Pro MB, just again doing a little touch, bear in mind, plus minus 1. All of these they're doing nothing. They were probably experimenting, some like final sweetening, EQ, and then a clipper at the end. So to hear what all that sounds like, I will just mention the wash is a creative effect. And in terms of the signal, I don't want that reverb and delay to get processed by all the distortion, etc. So that goes at the end of the chain. The low pass filter, so this is just volcano doing like cutting out the lows, and same thing really. Like you'll notice when I turn on and off, partly because of how much processing there is, but there's a little moment to catch up, and that was the same with the filter before the Devil Lock Deluxe. So not 100% sure what was going on there, but yeah, I'm going to play all the drums now and toggle. I have them set up on my keyboard to be letter O, so you can listen before and after. I'll leave the clipper open so you can see how much it's like the last stage is doing, because it's not a great deal. So there you have it, some nice little production tips and tricks. If you do want to learn more in depth about group processing and mixing and techno production in general, feel free to reach out for one-to-one tuition. There's links in the description. Like I say, the vast majority of the samples in this project are available in our Hard Groove Heaven bundle, so don't forget to check that out on zonalaudio.com. If you did find the video useful, informative or entertaining, please give us a like and subscribe, as it really does help the channel. We'll see you in the next one. Cheers. Bye.